When should you show up to do a surveillance? And specifically, I'm talking about how early should you arrive at the surveillance based on the information you know about the case. Hi, this is Larry K with ShadowAnyone.com. I'm the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, which is premium private investigator training from someone who's been there and done that. That includes the Investigator's Ultimate Guide to Surveillance, and I cover this in there. But how early do you show up for surveillance? The quick, easy answer is I like to show up at least 30 minutes before I think something's going to happen, the event's going to happen. Now, this can be a little tricky with some of your clients, especially the ones that come to you off the streets, the ones I call the onesie-twosie clients. A lot of times this will be cheating hearts, infidelity type cases. They're very price sensitive. They don't want to spend a lot of extra money. So if a woman wants you to follow her husband after work because he's just not been coming home and she doesn't believe the stories that he's been telling her, if he gets off work at 5, I want to be out there for surveillance by 4:30. A client like that might be very reluctant. No, he leaves at 5. He can't leave before. He's not leaving before 5. I don't want you out there before 5. And they're not going to want to pay that extra half an hour. You may be used to your rates. The clients are not, right? So they're just not prepared for that. In the event where the client absolutely will not pay for that buffer zone, that 30 minutes before the activity is supposed to happen, I still like to get out there 15 minutes early. No skin off my nose, really. And it really helps you. You get to take a look. Where is the person's vehicle? Where is this house? Now, you should have probably done recon ahead of time, but getting there early, getting a chance to kind of settle in, get the cameras ready and all that, it's a big deal. And I will share with you very quickly one time when this paid off huge for me. It was a case where a cheating husband was going to meet with his mistress at a hotel. The wife somehow knew all of this information but wanted the evidence nonetheless. I was scheduled to be out there, I forget, maybe 5 o'clock in the evening. I showed up, even though she was willing to pay for the right time, I still showed up 15 minutes before when I was scheduled to be there, when I was paid to be there. And I caught everything, but just barely. I pulled into the parking lot of the motel, and boom, it's unfolding right there. The man and the woman are arriving in their cars. I can barely stop my car, get it into a parking space, and get a camera up and rolling before he comes over. I think he gave her a peck on the cheek or vice versa. They kissed in the parking lot and then they got into his car and drove off. And I scurried, but I couldn't catch up with them. I figured they went to a restaurant before the hotel. And I went all over the place. I mean, the clients paid for a 3-hour minimum anyways. I went all over the place looking to try to find them in different restaurants, to no avail. But because I showed up that 15 minutes early, I caught everything that I needed to catch. The client was perfectly happy. When she saw the kiss, that's all she wrote. That's all the information she needed. But if I had shown up precisely on 5 when I was contractually obliged to, when I said I would, when the paycheck started, I would have gotten nothing, because I don't think they ever did come back to that hotel in the 3-hour minimum that she assigned for me to work for that case. So the lesson there is, go that extra mile for your clients. I try to do that in the products I provide, the training material I provide. I did that for all the 9 years I worked as a state licensed private investigator. Just go above and beyond. It doesn't have to cost you a lot, but it really makes a difference in who you are, how good of an investigator you are, and being able to get and keep worthwhile clients. If you have an example of when going the extra mile has paid off for you and your private investigator or process server business, please feel free to share it with all of us. In the meantime, this is Larry K with ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.